So I came across this Instagram clip, and I didn't even wait. I just had to instantly just vent about this nonsense. This is garbage. So there, I'm gonna let you do it, but I just because it's so soon, I gotta just get this off. Listen, this is why I people like me say stuff like, "Why don't you literally just?" This is why we preach. Find it the right person, do it right, get it right, and then stay together, right? That because the stuff that he's about to go through is legit stuff, but it's like there's no real like how do you even come to an understanding of I mean not an understanding but like it's not black and white in any situation, so I can understand why it would cause a lot of problems. So I don't when I come across a lot of these people online, or because I don't see many people had this conversation in person. But when I see a lot of people online, I have examples, but people don't typically have these conversations like in real life, which I think they should. But what was I? But yeah, I understand how you end up in these bad situations where this stuff comes up. It's like it's not technically a right or wrong, but let's get through one by one, um, and just yeah go from there. So the first one is, and what he's doing is doing the porter water thing. You know how I start off as like a meme where like God putting good people on earth, a little drop of water. God putting Nazis on earth, a gallon of water. That I think it originated from stuff like that, but that's what he's doing, and he has it separated into boundary and prevention. Um, and right now he's going boundary on the question your co-parent refusing to allow you into their home. Yeah, no. That again, a legitimate either way. I see legitimate reason to go either way, but to me, I'm not calling this a boundary. Matter of fact, this might be one of those situations where you call it based on which parent you are. Because if I'm picking up my kid or kids, we just say one kid, whatever, just to keep it simple. If I'm picking up my kid, you're like, yeah, I don't need for you to come in. But, but what is the problem if I do come in though? Why is there a boundary there? Like, why restrict the access to just coming in the house? Am I known as a thief? Am I known as a problem? Like to me, when you start telling me I'm a certain type of problem, why the fuck do I have a kid? I turn my problemness off when I have my kid. That's weird. I call bullshit on that every time. But then when I look at it from the parent who has the kid, it's like, how do you go about that? Because we already like listen. I don't have kids obviously because I've said that a million times. But hypothetically, I'm thinking of like the like actual relationship that I was in. I can for a fact tell you, allowing her if I had a kid with her, no way in hell all this shit. My baby mama gets a key to my house, and my baby mama's I have this trust and I know she's looking for. Yeah, she looking for like, okay, what's the spot on the sink? Another bitch been here. You have another bitch around my kids. You like shit like so. If I'm the parent on the other side, I probably understand why they say yeah, don't come in because you just cause problems for no reason. I don't know where to go with that. So let's get them to the next one. Okay, this one is again he's going boundary with this one. It says your co-parent refusing to drop your kids to you, meaning bring them to you. That's a very situational type thing, right? Um, if I am always the one doing all the transportation, and I know for a fact I know you have a car. I also know every time I drop them off, you got people, whether it's your boyfriend, whether it's your siblings, all you got a way to come get them, but you just like come on, dog. Just like you want to sit up and just let your kids arrive and go and all, I do too. But at the same time, we all know people don't really like their kids like that. Real talk. So if I get to just sit at the crib and you'll pick them up and drop them off, Just because I know, hey, I don't like that little kid no way. Fuck you, fuck that kid. You want to drop him off, drop him off. I have him. But you don't want to, all right, keep him. So now that's actually the shitty parent, but hey, you've already admitted this person is, you can't be with this person. So it's really, I mean, where can you really go with that? All right, this one, he's going boundary. He said, your co parent refusing to share information about their personal life. That's kind of vague because I don't know how to, like, if they say they have like a dinner to go to, right? And that could be a business dinner, it could be a date, it could be a girls' night, it could be anything. I mean, you can flip it if you're a woman and you date men, but I mean, you go anywhere with that. Okay, now do I have to tell you what type of dinner it was? Do I have to tell you how long I'm gonna be there if it doesn't conflict with your scheduling and anything like that? Like, what does it impact here for me to tell you or not tell you? What are we doing with this? So I don't know. To me, that's all situational, and I can't really think of any off the top of my head other than that dinner one. What we doing? So he went boundary again. I mean, y'all feel free to ask these questions in the comment section. So yeah, we'll move to the next one. And this one, he went prevention. He said, your co-parent canceling your scheduled time without explanation. Yeah, see, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. What how do you just cancel? How do you just cancel? If I'm supposed to get them Tuesday at 6 p.m., how do you go, no, you're not? What? You can just say no. No, no. Where's the kid? Where's the kid? Where's my kid? Right? And here, and another thing is, people. This has been a thing in mainly guys complain about it with the mothers. I'm pretty sure it goes the other way when it's the situation is flipped and all that. But this has been a thing that guys complain about, and it's like, well, am I still supposed to give a fuck? It's like you can essentially, and this is one of the reasons I hate the system, despite not having kids, is because you can the system, you and the mom and the system can tell you you ain't got really no rights here, dude. If yeah, they fuck with your time, blah blah blah, whatever. I heard it's getting better. I heard that. I will give credit to that. But you can essentially fuck with me this whole entire time with my kid, and as soon as I say, yeah, that's not my kid, fuck y'all. No, I'm not paying for shit. No, leave me alone. Not doing anything. Fuck y'all, fuck the kid. I'm going away. Leave me alone. Find another daddy. That's not allowed. But you can, again, fuck with me, and I mean, how much jail time do you get for that? If I don't pay child support, I heard your license get taken away, which means somebody like me with a CDL, I don't make money anymore, or I gotta get a different job, and my finances is reduced, which kind of counteractive. I mean, if you're going to do that, at least say, all right, you don't want to pay child support. Well, here's your penalty. Fine. You don't get to pay child support. You still get a reduction in your income, whatever. Fine. Fine. Fuck you, but fine. Right? But if you fuck with me on my parenting time, I've never heard a woman, I had to go to jail because I ain't let somebody get his kid and he got mad, so they came and locked me up. Like, I've never heard that. I've never heard that. So how does the system get to just fuck with me? I don't get it. But when you do something, I gotta just take it and keep going. And then on top of that, detour real quick. Well, y'all tell us that about when we complain about this shit, you get to call us all kinds of names. I don't get it. I don't get excuse me. I don't get how you can just be totally out of pocket, but the second my check don't come or clear or something like that. Hell, if you say, well, if I gotta go through all this, fuck it. I'm not working this bullshit job. I'm gonna go find me some shit off the books and do it that way. No, that's a penalty. You get fired. I mean, you get locked up. Damn. Tell me you don't want me to give a fuck about these kids without telling me you don't want me to give a fuck about these kids. He says you're a co-parent only communicating via text or email. Hey, cut it out, dude. And he went to boundary. Stop it. Stop it. It might be a like, let's say again, if you get the kid at 6 p.m. on Tuesday and oh shit, traffic happened or my job was bullshitting, so now I'm a little late. Because again, I'm a truck driver. I don't go home till my route done. So shit can happen. You mean to tell me I gotta sit here and text and email as opposed to picking up the phone and say, hey yo, this happened. If you want to just wait, fine. Or we can do a little compromise and meet you here, come to my house, whatever the fuck. I'm not typing all that out. If you're gonna do all that, I'm gonna save a quick response little thing in there, and I'm gonna say shit happened. If that's how if you want to act like that, I'm just gonna text you a tap of a button, boop, shit happened. Now what? And that's all I'm doing. And I'm not responding via text no more if you want to be an asshole like that. Like how much do I have to just forfeit to accommodate you and your bullshit because you want to claim a boundary? Meanwhile, every damn Kendra G participant, I don't want you to take care of my child. That's not what I'm asking for. But it seems like you want somebody to take it. Like think about a dude coming into this type of situation. It sounds like I'm going to be hella involved in this damn into this. Like this, come on, this is crazy. You see there, he finished it off by going prevention, and the question is, not telling you where your child is during your scheduled time. Okay, do you see how stupid this is? Look how stupid this is. This is why I say at the beginning. Maybe you should just, find a way to be with somebody and stay with them. So this is irrelevant. Because this implies that I can't know where my child is not on my scheduled time. What? It's my child. So when it's not my scheduled time, I'm just supposed to look at it as, oh well. Really? So you want me to be able, as a parent, to mentally and emotionally go, don't care. Yeah, still don't care. It's 5:58. I don't get my kid till 6 p.m. 5:59, don't care. 6 where the fuck's my kid? I care about my kid. I'm a good dad. What human does that? Do I give a fuck about my kid or not? Bro, seriously. Do I care about my kid or not? Because it's insane that it's like I'm only supposed to give a fuck about where my kid is on my time. No. I want to know at all times. At all of them. I want to know at all times. So I came up with this scenario that I think gives a good analogy or a reason why I think this co-parenting shit is stupid. Okay, and then I know people question, well, we're supposed to do that. We'll get to that later. But let's say I be the chick. Let's say she has a kid, right? And when we get married and moved in together and all that, the kid is 9. And then with 10, we'll go 11. I think that's a reasonable age for this scenario. So let's say 11 years old, we moved in together, married, that whole thing, right? And I say, you know what, 8:30, that's it for the phones. That's it, because kids today are young, they get phones, blah blah blah. But 11, I'm pretty sure a lot of 11-year-olds do have a lot of phone time. And I say, my cutoff is like I said, 8:30, period. And her child's father bought him a phone, because I heard that a lot too. Shit, I bought my kid a phone, so I ain't even got to talk to the mom, go through them, blah, blah, blah. Do I get to take that child's phone at 8:30 when I'm not the one who bought it, nor pays the monthly bill? Do I get to have an attitude when this child's father calls them at, let's say it's 8:37, not 9, not 9, not 10 o'clock, not 10:15, 8:37. My cutoff is 8:30. Do does he get to have an attitude when I take the phone from the kid and say, "Hey, bro, I don't know if she told you. Maybe I should have told you myself, but 8:30 is cutoff point. This got to be wrapped up, and I give you the phone, give him the phone back, but 30 seconds, I'm taking the phone." Does he get to have an attitude then? It's his child, his phone, he pays the bill. Does he get to have an attitude? How about I keep the analogy to keep it very simple. I think that's very simple and very even on both sides as far as reaction, how it should be handled, right? Because I don't know how his schedule is. I don't know how his lifestyle is. I don't think I'm supposed to give a fuck. It's my house, isn't it? Do I have to fold to him some sort of way? Because if I do, then that would kind of confirm my original thoughts is, well, when you get with someone, whether you have children or not, right? I don't have children, but if you have children, you can, I guess, put yourself in this analogy. But even if you don't have, whether you have children or not, you are, when you get with a woman who has children and the father is involved, you are by default giving authority to that guy. You are by default giving authority to that guy. So now, how do you feel? How does that? I don't even know how to structure that question properly. Again, this guy who the only bill he might pay is that cell phone bill. That's a lot of authority to have in my house to tell me what rule I can't have in regards to what he does. Let's say he works from 4 p.m. to midnight, right? And his break time is, I don't know, 9 o'clock, some shit like that. Am I supposed to go? I understand. Here you go. You can have, because I'm not. It's just not gonna happen. So let's go ahead and let's read his caption first. Okay, so he says, let's understand this. It's important to understand the difference between boundaries and prevention in co-parenting. A boundary is someone's right to protect their peace and well-being. It's not about you, it's about them. Prevention is on the other hand, is actively ensuring there's no way for you to see the child or be involved in their life. Just because someone won't cater to your needs or wants doesn't mean prevention has occurred. Respecting boundaries creates healthier relationships. Accusing someone of prevention when simply settling limits can cause unnecessary conflict. Know the difference and always keep the focus on what's the best for the child. Okay, see, all this bullshit. Here's why. Let's go paragraph by paragraph. These some little ass paragraphs, but paragraph by paragraphs. Yes, I agree. It is important to understand the difference between boundaries and prevention. But I would counter that or add to it. It is also necessary to understand you literally could prevent this by staying with the person you have the fucking kid with. Stop coming up with the excuse of, well, you don't understand. Like, sometimes it just goes bad. Okay, and 2 households gonna go good? Explain that to me. Explain it. Explain how all of a sudden this person is trustworthy and you can deal with them now because they're the co-parent and not your spouse. Explain that to me. All of a sudden, I can follow these fucking procedures, but yet when we were together, I just couldn't. I couldn't stand you. You couldn't stand me. I just couldn't figure this shit out, right? Really? You're full of shit, people. You are full of shit. This is not how this is happening. A lot of you just don't want the whole uncomfortability of having to do something. That I must do this, or I'm not having enough fun. Because, again, What he's not wrong necessarily in a lot of these. It's just stupid. A boundary is someone's right to protect their peace or well-being. It's not about you, it's about them. Okay, it is about me. Like how is it not about me when we're talking about our kid? Our child can't listen, think about this. Our child, we need to have all these rules because our child, right? But somehow it's not about it's not about me because we have to be work together for the well-being of our child. Like, come on, that's obviously still about everyone. Let's say one child, the three of us. The three of us combined, it's about us. Me, you, the kid. And again, this bullshit about what's best for the child. Okay, you know what's best for children? Get rid of clubs. Get rid of any meeting arrangement that typically leads to these type of bullshit parenting scenarios. How about that? How about that? How about we pair people together, arrange marriages based on their willingness to whatever duty is required of the mother and the father to have a family. How about that? Isn't that the well-being of the child? Isn't it? Puts it in the best structured environment. Wouldn't it be best for the child to say, you know what? Either we are going to support abortions, in fact, we're going to abort them forcefully for the ones we think ain't worthwhile, the mother or the father. Or we're going to force adoption because these parents suck. Is that ever what's best for the child? Is it ever best for the child to tell the two parents, just stay together? Because you're just going to cause a messy ass situation like the one on the screen. So just stay together. Is that ever the best well-being for the child? Funny how the answer is no, because people just don't want to, be forced to deal with situations they just don't want to. Remember, it's not about you. So fuck how uncomfortable you are. This was best for the child. And if you get to go, well, what's best for the child is I'm happy. Great. What's best for the child is I'm happy too. And I'm not happy unless I'm playing Madden this much, PUBG this much, Call of Duty this much, playing ball this much, spending this much amount of my check on myself. Is that okay? Or is it only the parent that says, I want to get away and live my best life? They're the ones who get to go, but my happiness is needed for the child's well-being. You all are some fucking liars, people. You're liars. Full of shit. Prevention, on the other hand, is actively ensuring there's no way for you to see your child or to be involved in their life. Fine. Just because someone won't cater to your needs or wants doesn't mean prevention has occurred. That one is a little tricky. That one, see, this is one of those things that gets like written into law that people just clearly with the it sounds good so book it. You actually can understand what somebody needs and wants is and play on that and go, if I drew up the right situation, I got a kid for 2 weeks. Or hell, if I'm the parent that doesn't want my kid around, I could dry up the right situation and go, I'm going to have a lot of child-free time with no adjustment on the child support. This is awesome. So stop listening to people like this on the internet. They're stupid. They just want to be able to go, I'm a grown man. Look at how I try to solve problems. But their problem solving never starts at prevention in the first place. You never hear them say, here's how to just stay married. Here's how to find somebody who you can have a child with and prevent marriage. They just play on your desire to live your best life and go, well, here's how to get away from that nigga and make them play by the rules. That's all they do. But go ahead, keep listening to these people because I'm sure it's comfortable to hear this goofy shit said. Respecting boundaries creates healthier relationship. Accusing someone of prevention when they simply setting limits can cause unnecessary conflict. Know the difference and always keep the focus on what's best for the child. So I addressed the last one, but the whole respect your boundaries and all that. See, you lose the right to do that. And I'm not saying they all do, but the second you start bringing in any court system, you can't talk about some respecting boundaries. You can't. You can't. Because you have went to someone and said, "Fuck his boundaries. This is what I want." You can't say that at that point. And what he's doing here, that typically comes with someone who went through the court system. Because people who don't go through the court system typically have this already figured out. They already have hey, we live this place, so just the child can go to the same school. Your role because of the schedule. Just go ahead and pick them up. I'll drop them off in the morning. So whatever, blah blah blah. They tend to have a understanding of holidays and all that going to go. Usually they don't have this conflict. So I think I'm in the right to assume that this type of conversation is by people who have went through the court system. We're going to do the comments and get on out of here. Mine won't meet. This is a lady. Mine won't meet me to get his son. We live almost 6 hours from each other. He makes me drive further than he will to get him. I might drive 4 hours and he only has to drive 1 hour. Shit is whack. Okay, how did y'all end up 6 hours apart? Because either you were fucking around with somebody from 6 hours away from you and had a baby with them, which doing that is kind of dumb because now you have this situation, or you guys did live together, or were together, some shit like that, and at some point one of you moved. Which this actually, now that I think about it, goes right to the analogy I said, and this is a great example for that analogy. You can manipulate a situation to go, what does this person wants and needs, and how can I create a situation where they'll pretty much just give me more of the leg up, simply to make the situation a little better for me, or make just so they can complete the transaction in the first place. It's like car dealers, right? If you never bought, like I bought a Harley before. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go tell somebody at a Harley dealership you want to buy a motorcycle, but you don't want to finance. They will make that situation last about 2 weeks. You gonna sleep there, and they don't try to get your ass to go, fine, fuck it, where's the paper? So it sounds like that might be what happened, but again, I'm just reading something on a screen. Refusing to drop the kids off isn't a boundary. Both parents are responsible for picking up, dropping off the kids. I'm not sure if you can actually put that in like the agreement, so I don't know. I'll pass. My ex canceled his visiting time without explanation. Will you call this self-prevention? Well, yeah. As I said, a lot of parents don't give. They try to make. I saw this thing earlier that I've been going back and forth with people on, mainly women, that most men just don't give a fuck about their kids. It's like, okay, ladies, all these topics regarding children and shit, y'all are cheating. You're cheating. You're cheating. You're cheating. All of you who go, I don't want this kid, so I have an abortion. I don't want this kid, so I give it up for adoption. I don't want this kid, plan B. You don't give a fuck about your kid either. But you get to literally just make it not exist. Meanwhile, I gotta fucking deal with the fact that fucking bastard child exists. Then you get to go, see, he doesn't like his kid. That's what men are. If we could abort him, we'd drop him in the ocean too. But you get to pretend like that's not a part of what you do with your kids? Fuck out of here. Only people with bruised egos see boundaries as prevention method. Okay, so if you're gonna add smart ass remarks in the comment section, can y'all make them make sense? Because this doesn't. This is just kind of whack. I don't know about the refusing to drop the kid off part. I think depends on the agreement circumstances, but the rest I agree with. Nah, they both should be going back and forth to drop them kids off. Shouldn't just be on one parent. Again, I might say this a lot, depending on how long I read these comment sections. Again, find the person you're with and just stay with them. That's one way to do it. That's the best way to do it. It's weird. Like the battles you pick, like this co-parenting is kind of the weirdest battle to choose. It's very odd. It's very odd. Why do people pick this particular battle? It just doesn't make sense to me. My kid at school called him instead of me, like they always do. My daughter had to tell me where they were. The principal kept going back and forth with me to justify her actions. My lady response was, I just had to call the cops because I did not know where my kids. Oh, that's that. Oh my God, that comment was. Did I read that wrong? That didn't sound right. But anyway, this is exactly why marriage is important. Some of y'all think when a person gives you a child, that makes you his family too. That child is his family, not you. If he marry you, that also make you family, respectfully. Now, I wouldn't have worded it this way, but I would definitely. Let me summarize this in my own language because I kind of touched on it a few times already. But look, you want to prevent having these problems. Put the structure of your family in place first. It makes no sense that you keep going with the whole let's just have the kids and let it work itself out. Co-parenting situations are okay. But yet, when somebody tells you, hey, maybe you should put fun at the bottom of the list and pick something else that, will make for a sustainable situation. Nah, don't settle. But you will settle for a co-parent situation. That shit crazy to me. Text me only and only about our son, nothing else. Okay, that right there is proof. You're in this, as people like to say, toxic situation. You don't like him. It sounds like he don't like you, or maybe he does like you, but you are just like, no, that's why we should just text. Either way, you're putting this weird hand in the face, metaphorically, to me, and I'm just supposed to play. Am I your bitch now? I'm just supposed to play along with this shit? Explain to me how I'm supposed to take this. Don't worry about it. Just do your job. Okay? Why didn't you just worry about and do your job and just stay in that unhappy situation? Why didn't you do it? It's amazing how a man is supposed to just be a man. But a man today is just literally folding to whatever society says he's supposed to do in this bullshit situation. No, fuck you, I don't want to. I'm not just going to make it happy for you. Either make it happy for me too, or fuck you and them kids. If you're already going to force me into a co-parenting situation, then it better be about me at that point. Because I didn't want this shit in the first place. So whatever schedule I want, that's what needs to be done. Whatever structure I want, that's what needs to be done. Because I didn't want this goofy shit in the first place. I'm just supposed to agree with this or I'm a bad parent. Okay, fine. I'll be a good parent, but what makes me a good parent if you do everything for me and make me comfortable as possible? How about that? Damn. This shit is stupid. Oh, and what I said before. This is why I think co-parenting is stupid. If you want to fire me as a father or husband, go get another one. Why the fuck you have to fire me and I got to do my job? That don't make sense. Or are you trying to keep me around you don't want me here, so just get somebody else to do it. Because I want to do it that way. I told you the way I want to do it. Go find somebody else. You the only one that gets to call it? Stop. All sounds like toxicity to me. Sure. I'll read like 2 or 3 more big ones. Because it's got like 1,000 comments. Let me see. Oh, it got 800. We're these 3 that's up here, that's what we'll do. Call it. All right. So, let's this one goes guy, girl, girl. So keep that in mind. So the second example or experience is not boundaries, nor is it prevention. That is ambiguous depending on the co-parenting agreement. It can be boundaries if the parent it has a way, i.e., transportation, but doesn't want to get the child. It falls under prevention. If so, he's giving examples. I don't care. You read that if you want to. I'm moving on. I agree with all of them except for the not telling where the child is, because this one is on the fence. A parent deserves to know where a child is, but it's definitely possible that the other parent has abused that info or sabotaged it in the past, and that's why it's no longer communicated. Like drive-bys or other stalking behavior. See, remember that? Remember that example I gave you about the phone and the curfew with the phone? Same thing. If you tell me, oh, your kid's at the such at the church, blah blah blah. I can't stop by the church. I can't stop by the church. If think about this. If you're implying or outright saying that I am a untrustworthy person, I might be a little deranged, and I might show up at random places that my child is and cause problems. Would I be a fit parent at that point? So you get to decide on the fly that I'm an unfit parent, but not tell me enough that I'm an unfit parent so that you also still have like a quote unquote help with the kid. Dude, seriously. Once you tell me shit like that, please find another dad. If I gotta prove myself left and right for my fucking kid, I don't want to. Just find another one. I will make the applications for you. I'll look them up on Google, print them out, give it to you so you can hand them out at the gas station. I don't want to do it anymore. Leave me alone. I'm not your man. I'm not the kid's dad. Don't worry about me calling. The text and email, don't worry about it. You can block it. I might block you. Leave me alone. Go find somebody else to do it. On to the next. No, I'm read those every response. That's one thing I go back and forth on. But again, he's trustworthy. Alrighty. It says not telling your child where your child is during parenting time. So if your co-parent have the child, it was not your time, and they refuse to tell you where to come pick them up from, he's not saying give away where you are during your time. And someone go, oh, thank you for clarifying. You didn't know that? I stick to my guns. Even if it's not my time, do you get to not tell me where my kid is? Then by default, that means I shouldn't be responsible for the kid financially when he's not on my time. If that's the case, how am I responsible for my kid when he's not on my time, but I can't know? That's not my kid. That's not my kid. Don't tell me this is my kid if you get to pull shit like this. That's not my fucking kid. I struggle with this one because my co-parent continuously places my child in dangerous situations during his custody time. What kind of danger? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Remember, it's not your time. You're not supposed to give a fuck, remember? What are you going to do? Show up there? Is it my kid or not? If it is, stop with these if and so then blah blah blah. Why I need to control the no. Does it matter when it's my time or not? Because if it does, then don't worry about the dangers I put them in. It's not your time, it's mine. If you get to care when it's my time about the dangers, then so do I. Where are they? I'm pulling up to check on them. Right? And please tell me how this is my child when people who aren't me need to tell me when it's my time to see my child. When? Like how? How is this my child? But if it isn't your time with the child, it's none of your business. My husband's ex seems to think we must inform her if we take the baby anywhere other than our home. That's not how it works. She has pulled white. She has pulled white a few tantrums. What? Oh, I think that's a typo. And taking us to court over it, but thankfully the judges always agree that I isn't her time. It isn't her business. Whoa, dude, please edit that. That is difficult to read. But again, let's say I got the kid over the weekend and I want to go on vacation or something somewhere. Do you have to know? Do you? Do you have to know? Because the answer is no, you don't. Well, what if the kid goes missing or we get into a situation or whatever, or we're one of these weird plane crashes or whatever the case? Would it have been helpful to tell you so you can say, hey, that's the flight that we're going to be on? We should probably go see if, they're all okay. Again, if you were like still together, this probably wouldn't be a question, but we want to make sure we can live our best lives. Of course, while making sure that the child is, taken into consideration while we do so. All right. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I'm not reading that. All right, and the last one. Here I am being made to feel bad for the boundaries, especially not letting him in my house because he walks wrong like he is trying to see something. Whoa, co-parenting is crazy at times. Does this get better? Maybe it's because 5 months in. Yep. Like I said, on the whole, letting them in the house, I get it. But at the same time, if I can't come in the house, that only raises the eyebrow even more. Which then, and this actually, now that I think about it, conflicts with or ties into when the kid is not on my time. See, if I can't come in your house, well, so let's say a situation arises where there's trouble at your house, like a break-in or something. Am I supposed to give a fuck then? Am I supposed to care? Because I find it really like, I find it like a spit in the face for you to tell me, nope, you're not allowed ever because blah, blah, blah. But then at the same time, oh, we just got like this new furniture for your kid's room. It's your kid. So come put it together. Fuck that. You put it together. Don't no. Again, I am at the mercy of you for all of this. No. See, if you get to use me as a convenience, well, I'm going to at that point start using you as a convenience. And I am definitely going to use my conveniences. So again, don't tell me I can't come in the house. Because if you ever actually need me to come in the house, or these situations where it's like, oh, something happened, so my girl came and stayed with me, or my baby daddy came and stayed with me. No. I'm not doing it. Oh, we had a flood. We need to, okay. Go flood somebody else's text messages and ask them for help. Or we live in the South. There's a hurricane. All right, so you mean to tell me you moved out of the house, because I'm not, you don't want to be with me because whatever reason, but also take you in. No. I remember, and this is pretty much the end of me talking about this, if you want to just log off. But I remember I had this girlfriend, and we were pretty serious in the relationship thing, the whole nine. And I always told her the way she handled her money is like, maybe, especially with you having a child, maybe you should worry about the important stuff over shit like Jordans, right? And one time she calls me because she's going out with her girls, and I had already told her, hey, don't, you know that your car is a piece of shit. This is where we were both broke in the motherfucker, and she had a kid. On top of that, don't just go out joyriding with your car. Your car is not in that good a condition. It's not. So don't do that. She responds with she didn't directly respond, but she pretty much just did whatever she wanted anyway and said, "Fuck it, this is what I want to do." And one night, she ends up it's like 4 a.m, and I go and I pick her up, and she's in the middle of the street, car, just sitting there, broke down, just sitting there looking stupid. Don't know what to do. She just don't know how long she'd been sitting there, and she didn't call me ahead of time because apparently she was there for hours, because she knew I was going to say something. She knew I was going to say, "This is why." You're wrong for saying I told you so, but they're not wrong for saying, "Fuck you, I'm gonna do it anyway." Very, very odd. Very, very odd way to see that. And her friends, by the way, weren't with her. So how long has she been not with her friends that encouraged her to say, "Fuck that nigga, show car"? But they make sure they had a way to get out of there. Why they left your dumb ass there? Yeah, that shit like that has taught me like valuable lessons in this regard. I'm not just going just because you give me a sob story or some tears or some, "But don't you just want to be a good dad?" No. Just like you, I want to live what I consider my best life. So you broke up the family, you left because it just wasn't good enough for you? Okay, I understand. So just drop it off at the fire station. I don't care how old they are. You drop them off at the fire station. I want to go live my best life too. All right? Sayonara. Be right, not positive. I'm out.